Coronavirus 19, or COVID-19. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a disease caused by a new coronavirus called SARS-CoV-2, which stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2. It was first reported in China in December 2019 and rapidly spread worldwide, causing the pandemic which we live in today. The most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, new continuous cough, loss of taste and smell, and fatigue. Other less common symptoms which may affect people are nasal congestion, conjunctivitis, sore throat, headache, muscle or joint pain, different types of skin rash, nausea or vomiting, diarrhea, and chills or dizziness. These are the top 12 tips for prevention. Tip number 1. Wash your hands frequently and carefully. Use warm water and soap and rub your hands for at least 20 seconds. The key to washing your hands is to make sure you thoroughly clean all surfaces and areas of your hands, fingers, and wrists. Use hand sanitizer when you cannot wash your hands properly. Tip number 2. Avoid touching your face. The virus can live on some surfaces for up to 72 hours. You can get the virus on your hands if you touch surfaces that are infected, and touching your face can transmit the virus from your hands into your body. Tip number 3. Don't shake hands or hug others for now. Skin-to-skin contact can transmit the virus from one person to another. It's safer to refrain from shaking hands and giving hugs and kisses for the meantime. Tip number 4. Don't share personal items. Sharing personal items is like sharing germs, which in turn increases your risk of contracting the virus. Tip 5. Cover your mouth and nose when you cough and sneeze. Droplets carrying the virus come out of an infected person's nose and mouth when they sneeze or cough. The best way to protect others is to cover your mouth and nose by sneezing into a tissue or into the crease of your elbow. Wash your hands after you cough, sneeze, or blow your nose. Tip 6. Clean and disinfect surfaces. Use appropriate disinfectants to clean hard surfaces at home and at work. Also, regularly clean your desk, laptop, keyboard, phone, and anything else you touch often. Tip 7. Take physical social distancing seriously. Only go out if it is necessary, and make sure you keep a 2-meter distance between yourself and anyone else around. The virus is easily transmitted through close contact. Tip 8. Do not gather in groups. Being in a group or gathering makes it more likely that you'll be in close contact with someone who may or may not be infected. This includes parties, beaches, restaurants, and bars. Tip number 9. Avoid eating or drinking in public places. Eating and drinking out means taking your mask off, and therefore the risk of transmission increases. While you're eating, drinking, chatting, and having a good time with friends, germs are flying around putting you at risk. Takeaway is a better idea for now. Tip number 10. Wash fresh groceries. Wash all fresh fruit and vegetables under running water before consuming. Tip number 11. Wear a mask. Using a mask correctly can significantly decrease the risk of transmission in areas of close contact. Masks are effective at capturing droplets, which is a main transmission route of coronavirus. Tip 12. Self-quarantine if sick. Get a COVID test if you show any symptoms of COVID. Stay home until you get a negative test or until you feel better. If you test positive, avoid sitting, sleeping, or eating with your loved ones even if you live in the same home. Stay home for at least 14 days. Wear a mask and wash your hands as much as possible. Following these 12 steps helps you to protect your body from external threats of COVID-19. Managing stress levels and looking after our body internally is also equally as important in fighting COVID-19. Click here to watch our next video, How to Deal with the Stress During the Pandemic.